must come to know our patterns. Probably some evolved expression of how you were as a child, how it was that you pursued love and affection. Same one with just more sophisticated strategies. Find that one and love that one. Love that one. When you find that one and you love that one and the healing happens, then you will heal the karma in self-forgiveness, in your own inner contemplation, recognition of your patterns, recognition of how I attract others, what do I attract in others, what am I attracted to, what are my mechanisms, what are my strategies? And when you come to see that and bring endless amounts of self-love and compassion through forgiveness, coming to non-judgment, your next relationship can be something new. Because through forgiveness, even without interacting with any particular person, coming to a higher vibration through forgiveness, you'll no longer need to experience that karma in order to come closer to God. So to see your patterns, to forgive yourself, to understand this is how I learned to pursue love and affection. Forgive that. Your next relationship can be in a different dimension of emotional, spiritual maturity. And I had a really beautiful conversation with one of our Sangha, that there's this sense that we have that the partner will be the solution. They will fill the void. They will be the one to bring happiness. And we can feel it even in our imagination, that embrace. In that moment, did you just feel it? If you're with me, maybe you felt it. It's so beautiful. But we think it's from the other person. And this is what it is to objectify one another. In fact, in this particular dimension of consciousness, all that's happening is objectification. We objectify the world and its inhabitants. And we objectify ourselves. But you see, no one else will ever be able to bring you happiness. And you know it because even if you close your eyes and you imagine that first really sweet honeymoon embrace with a lover, and you imagine and you can feel it in that moment with your eyes closed and a smile and a sense of just, you're flooded with endorphins and dopamine, probably, I don't know. But, it feels wonderful. This is proof that it's not the other person because it's happening at just the thought of them inside of you. And then what you're really looking for is to feel this way. And the law of vibration says that when you are able to cultivate independently the ability to manage your vibration, to feel this way at will, this is what you will attract. That just this being the focus of your attention, this is what you will attract. And it's good news because Your subconscious never stays subconscious. As soon as you realize you are interacting in the mirror of your own past, your own karma, then you always know who you are. This is, this probably strikes us as a little maybe like bad news at first because, the world isn't quite how we want it to be. Huh? But no, it's good news. Better to know so that I can, well, first of all, verify for yourself if any of this nonsense is actually true. Pay very close attention to your own life, to your own relationships, to the patterns and the repetitions of them, and see for yourself if it's true. I did for myself, and so I don't make any apology for claiming it because I know it experientially. This is how it is. And I also remember that it wasn't particularly pleasant revelation at first. But now we can approach the world and be in relationship with the world in a way that is wise rather than a way that is blind. Chasing and running from objects of desire and fear. What if every morning or at some point or 3 or 5 times a day you just close the doors to the world and just imagined that embrace? And imagine it from your ideal partner, the best one ever. And then about 10 seconds in, I want you to shift it. And shift that embrace to the embrace of the loving God. And then you'll shift into a dimension that is Rumi and Hafez. And maybe it's just a fantasy, maybe it's just an imagination. But I'll tell you this, the whole thing, this is what Maya is. All of this is a projection of our own feeling. Might as well make it good. And then see what happens. Actually run an experiment. Put on your white lab coat and run the experiment and see if you just take 5 minutes every day to just be on your own and to feel really good using whatever imagination, whatever fantasy you can muster, and just feel good. And then just keep doing that. And upgrade from something mundane, a sort of a lower desire to a more elevated and sacred desire to be in the embrace of God. Try that for a couple of weeks. Let me know. If anybody actually tries it, would you please report back? Let us all know. Just with a thumbs up or a thumbs down, okay? And then most likely everybody here has already experienced this, which is that there is nothing happening but God. And that the whole thing, it is a conspiracy for you, to bring you closer and closer into the vibration of the sacred, into the frequency of divine awareness, experientially. Affirmed by Scripture, but not proven by it. Scripture here serves the purpose to let you know you're not crazy. This is the goal of life. What a horrible sadhana this will be for you. To imagine loving and being loved in a way that just makes you feel good, makes your heart swell and swoon. Some other thing that I think is probably worth saying about sexual relationships is that vibration is like an STD. So anybody we come into contact with, we now are swimming in the soup of everybody that they've also been with. And so whether it's believable or not, it's still smart to be very discerning, be very cautious. And at the same time, it's not a problem. Because once you come into the frequency of the divine, all of that is washed away anyway. So it's not like, let's just say that a valet shows up and takes all of your bags from you, takes all of your past relationships away, and then you become independent by mercy and grace, we could say. So there's no reason to lament, but also just to know, how long does it take to emotionally, mentally, spiritually recover from a relationship that's gone sour, that didn't work? It can take some time. And so I think, it's not as a, never will you hear anything from my lips that you should infer some guilt or shame from. But just to know for your own sense, all of this becomes clear. And all of it is already forgiven, and none of it was really trouble. But when we're still in it, I think like Bill Murray, we just become aware of the puddle, This is universal. And there is nothing evidenced in my previous life that would that would indicate that you should listen to me at all about anything related to relationships. And then probably, like for most of you, all of them in retrospect are so beautiful, so sacred, so perfect. There's still some people who really don't like me, but I'm untroubled by this also, because once you see, and everything is forgiven. Everyone is totally innocent to their blindness, us included. What God would hold you accountable for not knowing what you don't know? It's not possible. Once you know, the stakes are a little different. That's a different story.